The last regime was kind of afraid to make a move, and by the time they did, it was usually the season was already over. They got off to this great start. Now they're at a point where that great start's going to be washed off. If they go back and have a bad road trip and lose 2 or 3 or lose all 3, suddenly everyone's forgetting about that 7-1 start. Do you think Chiarelli pulls the trigger quick and tries to get this ship righted, or is he going to wait this out and see what he has?
I don't think he pulls the trigger quickly, because the one move that he wanted to make all summer long was get another defenseman. He got Chris Russell. Chris Russell's now hurt, but eventually he'll get back, I imagine. When he does, they'll be a little bit deeper, a little bit stronger on the blue line. And that's certainly part of their problem, because they're not exiting their zone the way they used to, right, when they got off to the great start this year. Now they cough it up a couple of times, and they eventually have to just clang it off the glass. And so it's not pretty. They're not getting out of their zone with any momentum, generally speaking. So if that was his first move, or does he go get a scorer? I don't think he goes to get a scorer either. I think you have to live with this for a little bit longer. Off the top of the season, I thought that the end of November might be a decent measuring stick. 24 games in, right? More than a quarter of the season. You might have a better understanding of what you've got there. I still think he's got room for patience.
Yeah, and it's hard to make trades. Like, this is a market that's always like, okay, they're gonna make a trade, and they haven't made a trade for. It's just hard to make a player for player trade. I mean, they had time and space to do something with Taylor Hall, and people are really that's all you got out of it. So, Eberle, I think, would fetch considerably less even. So I think they just have to try and work these guys out of it, and try and cajole them to be better somehow. And it's a bit of a delicate balance, right? Like, these guys have been set in their ways for a long time. What they think is acceptable and will get you where you need to be is not. It's actually right here, and they're sort of being conditioned right now to learn that what they've been doing for the past 5, 6, 7 years is not even close to what it takes to win in the National Hockey League.